HGTV, come on in. Mwah! Welcome to my home. My name's Jason Longo, and I'm a 30-year-old interior designer here in Rochester, New York. Why don't you come upstairs and I'll show you some stuff. Welcome to my house. I live in an 800 square foot carriage house apartment with 2 bedrooms. I use, of course, one bedroom over here as my office, and then the other bedroom for sleeping. I would say that this apartment reflects my style. Have a seat and we'll chat some more. I would describe my style as simplistic warmth, taking elements, putting them together, making it a cozy, intimate environment. I like to do that in commercial, residential, restaurants, whatever the job I'm doing. I want to make people feel like they're cozy and comfortable in the environment that they're around. I'm really passionate about interior design. Since I was a kid and worked with Legos, putting them together in my parents' basement, I've always had this desire for layout and space planning and everything that goes along with that. And as I've grown older, and I started my business as a painter, and then I did some faux finishing and kind of moved on from that, I just had an innate direction that I moved in, and it just became interior design. I mean, when I was younger, I did go to school for interior design at FIT in New York City, and then I left there, was on a TV show briefly as a guest designer on a few episodes of Guess Who's Coming to Decorate, and I always was drawn back to doing residential interior design, giving people, the space of their dreams and taking an idea that they have and what I have and combining it into this birthing baby of interior design that just turns into something, magical. And my idea may be completely different from their idea, but when they come together, we get a product that's, a beautiful story about what their house says to them. And as a designer, I think it's very important to generally take yourself out of the situation and put yourself in that person's situation to truly give them the space that they want. Pleasure of working on a historic home located here in Rochester that was recently featured in our high-end magazine, The Rochester Magazine, which is a publication of our local newspaper. This is the front loggia area of the home that I was working on. The clients had just recently remodeled all of their gardens throughout the property, but more specifically, the beautiful garden sat just outside of this. So when they approached me about redoing the loggia, they wanted to make sure that the room fit the feeling of being outside. So I was lucky enough and fortunate enough to make the cover of this magazine. So let me take you inside for a brief tour. Flipping to the page, this would be what you would see when you look in to the right of the room. You will notice that there's a table down here, and that table actually belonged to the client's grandfather that was 100 years old. We actually had it refinished and fixed up because one of the legs was falling off. It came out beautifully. Then, flipping onto the next page, you'll notice this is the living area of the space. So this was a beautiful project that I worked on, and I really had a good time with it, and the homeowners were great. Also in this magazine, I was featured in the center section, which was actually my apartment. I tore apart for the entire day, and I purchased items from around the area and did a global-inspired photo shoot. So this is one of the projects I'm also very proud of that featured not only in this magazine, but in the regular version of the Rochester Magazine. So why should I be on HGTV's Design Star? Because I have a no-nonsense, no BS attitude. That, coupled with my gift of sarcasm, makes a winning combination. I usually also have limited patience for people who take more time to do things than it should really take. That sometimes gets me a little bit fired up. Also, I do have a big construction background as well, so that helps me in doing all the different types of challenges, and I'm not afraid of any power tools. I really enjoy sharing my tips and tricks with homeowners or even anyone who listens, basically. And I love when people get excited about design and get that aha, non-Oprah moment in design. It's a wonderful experience. I have a design blog also on the local newspaper here on their website. Also, I'm on Twitter sharing deals and steals, and I'm also on Facebook. Oh, did I mention I was an emergency medical technician as well? Save lives and people's homes. Thanks for watching. Hope to hear from you.